If you're starting YouTube as a business in 2026, then you probably already know how difficult it can be to get traction. Most people spend months posting videos with nothing to show for it, and then just end up assuming that YouTube doesn't work for their business. But in this video, I'm going to show you what to focus on first, so not only you don't waste your time, but you can actually end up using YouTube to market your business. The first step you need to take is the most important, because it will guide everything else that you do on YouTube. Most beginners skip this and end up making loads of videos that don't get them any views, and if they do get views, they often end up hurting the channel more than they help. So how do you avoid that? Well, the first step is that you need to know your end goal. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have everything figured out or that you should spend weeks planning, but on YouTube, your end goal determines what your next action should be. So start off by writing somewhere a rough goal, whether it's something as simple as selling a course, growing a community, sharing knowledge on a subject, becoming famous, or even just becoming filthy rich. You need to be honest with yourself here. No one else is going to see this, and there are no wrong answers, but knowing this will guide the rest of your channel. For example, there are two goals for this channel, and that is to help creators market their business with YouTube and ultimately to sell my training program. And trust me, I know that having a sales related goal can just feel a little bit icky, but just know that this doesn't mean that in every video you're going to try and shove a product down people's throats, but just that you have a direction for your channel and a purpose for it. The next step will help you clarify what videos you actually need to be making to grow your business. And this is easy to skip over because we think we already know this stuff, but if you really want to serve your audience, you need to not only understand who they are, but you need to know what they're struggling with and actively how they're searching for it on YouTube and Google. So how do you figure this out? Well, start off by figuring out who they are in the first place. There are tons of customer avatar or ideal customer persona questionnaires out there. I've linked below to my simple audience worksheet, which will walk you through a few questions like what is it that you teach, who are your target audience, what are their goals, and how can you help them. But once you filled out a worksheet like that and you know who your ideal customer is, you need to identify the problems they have and specifically how they search them on YouTube or Google. You can use websites and apps to help you here, like Answer the Public, TubeBuddy, vidIQ, or even just Google's People Also Asked feature. But another great way is to find, say, 3 other channels teaching the same thing as you, to look at their recent videos, kind of no older than 2 years, and write down what topics performed better than others, giving you a good idea of what people are interested in at the moment. vidIQ can be a great tool to visually see this with their outliers feature, so you can write down anything that got above a 2 times score, so anything performing above 2 times the channel average. And once again, this will help you really know what topics are performing well with your audience. And now once you know the questions your audience are searching for or the topics that they're interested in, start looking at how you can help them. Once you know how you'll help them and what videos you're going to make, the next step will actually make sure that once they click, they're more likely to stay. Most new creators do this wrong. They come up with the idea, write a few bullet points, jump on camera, and then when they're uploading, that's when they make their packaging for the video, so meaning the title and the thumbnail. But doing it this way will actually hurt your video. In actual fact, the best way to do this is to nail your packaging first. This is because your viewer will have questions when they click on your video, and in your title and thumbnail, you've made a promise that you need to deliver on. So your video's intro needs to immediately let them know that they're in the right place, which is hard to do last because when you're researching your title or working on your thumbnail, you'll often end up going down a slightly different direction than you'd first planned. And if you've already made the video, then, well, it will just feel a bit disconnected, make the person feel like they've clicked on the wrong video, leading to low viewer satisfaction and ultimately that video being a flop. Which brings me on to my next point. Lots of people, when they start out, think that their first videos are going to go viral and they expect huge results. So they spend ages planning every small detail and making sure that their studio is perfect, all to be disappointed with low views. Because although it sounds a bit cringy to say, YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. So my point here is that you just want to start and fail fast, which I know sounds crazy, right? I mean, who wants to fail? But let me explain here. When I say fail, I think most people view this as like an overall failure. But in actuality, what I'm meaning is that you want to treat each video like its own experiment, where you don't hold on too tight, and if that video is a failure, then you simply take a step back, ask yourself why, and improve it for the next video. But just know that there is a fine line here, as you do want to be planning as much as you can up front for each video, whether it's in researching titles or search keywords, or just working on a good script. You need to take your time to give your video the best chance of success. But just don't get caught up here spending days researching one video. The planning here should take a maximum of a few hours. Then once you hit publish, keep an eye on that video's success, but remember to move on, or you'll never make enough videos to see results from YouTube. But while all of this will help you get started right and hopefully start seeing you get some views, if you really want to take your channel to the next level, then watch this video and I'll show you my best strategy to get more views and turn them viewers into customers.